Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 19 of SubTerra Tech, where today, well, we get the mechanics shard and the mechanics shard block. And how did we do it? Well, you're going to have to jump into this episode and find out. And, well, we have a conversation that must be talked about at the end of the episode. Anyway, with that being said, have you subscribed yet? Have you? You have? Good. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button right now because we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers and it's up to you guys to do it. Share it with all your friends. You know, it's very important to this channel. And hit that like button. Done? Ready? Okay. Let's dive in. Alright, guys, we're jumping right into this episode here. And, yeah, I was looking at this stuff and I was going, I need a total of 4 of these just for this and 3 for my own personal use. I already have 1 of the additional resource cores due to us finishing the osmium. But I haven't sat down here and done up the rest of these. And I've found out that for some odd reason, this takes an odd amount of botanical gas instead of like 5 per each one of these. So I had leftovers. I just wanted to get these resource shells on stream here, or well, on video here for you guys. And see here, yeah, we're 1 botanical shell away from having enough. Or transmutation shard. So, everything's running great here. Got 75 of that left, so we'll take that out. I really do not know how to automate this so that we have just botanical shells in one, and unless for some odd reason I get purification chambers for all 4 different... Who are you? You're dead. Unless we get different purification chambers for the different resources. Because we'll probably have issues. Yeah, that's liquid osmium. I wish you could turn that into the gas. I got 20 of these infused alloys. I'm gonna have to make a lot more infused alloys. I realize that. Because of the ones that we're going to be making here. We're going to be making an atomic, reinforced, and infused. So we're gonna need 20, 40, 60. Yeah, 60 in total. So super easy. We'll just do 60. Well, we only need 40 now. Alright, there we go. 40. And that is 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Oh, you know what? We'll pretend like I had none left. I know. You guys are like, Malkor, you waste a lot of that. So, I don't care. Resources are pretty much abundant. So we need now 40 in diamonds. So plus the reinforced obsidian for that. So let's see here. That is enough for that. That should be enough for... So we'll just purify those down. And you see we have none of those left. I mathed right. Okay, so we've got 8 of these. So we'll toss these up in here. Get these processed. Ooh. Ooh, it's taking 2 per. Yeah, it's taking 2 per each one of those. So we need at least 2 more diamonds. We'll do 6 for the obsidian. Yeah, whatever's left of this, we'll do for obsidian. And that's only because we need like 20 of these turned into the obsidian. Wish these had like an EMC value. That would make this a little bit better. Yeah, we'll probably go through all of the EMC. And the only reason why we're doing this is, one, I just really want to get... We're gonna just do all 20 of these real quick, because we're gonna just pretty much set it up so that it will make two of each of those shards each time. Alright. Almost all of that. Okay, so let's put one of these in here. That's 10. 2. 4. So it's 4 per each one. So that's 2, 3, 4, or 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. All but one of these can go in there. All right. Oh, we are waiting on sulfuric acid. So I really need to get speed upgrades for these guys. Let's see what it takes to get some speed upgrades. Yeah, see right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't want to waste. Of course, I wasted 4 instead of just 1. Speed. We need 24 of these, so you know what? Let's make just 32. We need 32 osmium. We need some infused alloys. Okay, osmium. Oh yeah, I took the speed upgrades out of some of those machines over there. All right. We do have our first infused alloy. we'll keep those going, which is great. Which just means we can take a functional drawer. I can spell. Functional. You know what? You can go right here. Lock, link, resource generator, and a tier upgrade. I might as well go tier 3. We can set this here. Wrench. And you get this with this. Now this will produce us infused alloys in surplus, which is one of those things we're going to be needing. There we go. We can put that in there. So now all of the resources for that goes into the proper thing. And now we'll come back over here. It's finished that. And we do have some infused gas left over. Do not know why. Gauge. Really, I'm thinking that the ideal thing is do that. So, what? We'll break this, set this back down. And we'll make some speed upgrades. Alright. Hopefully that's what we need. 32. Okay, how about just 8? I gave you osmium dust, didn't I? Okay, so can we make another 8? Alright, so we've got enough for 2 of these machines here, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. You might need energy upgrades. That might be the issue. Yeah, you might need energy upgrades now. So, gold. We'll take. Oh, okay, we do have that. Energy. Do 16 of these. Do 8. And another 8. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. That's great. Water vapor is going to be backlog, which is this guy right here. I got to get some speed upgrades into him. But you know what? That's fine. Alright. You are running out of power. Like, this is weird. We get an unused amount. Yeah, bypass limits is one. Alright, so let's go. Of course, I figured as much. But we can at least now get down 2 more functional drawers. We'll come up to, say, here. And put the 2 functional drawers in right there. Just cleaning this up a little bit. 2 more resource. Get this in here, get a tier upgrade. Put that in there. Add pipes to it right back here to wrench these in. Alright, so now that we've got this, we can come up to this one, do a configuration on both of those, and link both of those. Put away the rest of this stuff here. Because, you know, we were expanding that. But let's see here. We have the osmium, we have the reinforced. Yeah, we have the reinforced, the osmium. We have the infused, and now we have the atomic alloy. And there we go. We can pump this out. Get a tier upgrade for that. Might as well use the tier 3 resources. Because, you know, why not? Now we don't ever have to worry about alloys again. Well, we have to worry about them a little bit, but for the most part, we are done with the alloys, which means I'm just waiting for this one to get done here. because you are lacking water vapor. Let's go grab some energy. 16. Okay. 8. Speed, which is the one that I wanted to make 16 of anyway. There we go. We have this. I always hate the speed at which some of this stuff goes at, you know. Energy. Half of the energy ones, the energy ones can go in here. And then the speed upgrades now. That's now building up a surplus. We're just waiting on the power. Alright, so we could take this guy and use it for a few moments. And make the blob. Now that we've got the mechanized blob, that is done in an enrichment chamber to turn it into the transmutable shard. There we go. We have the transmutable shard. Let's grab 8 of these. This guy. Go in here. I know we don't have the power, but you know, that's fine. The mechanistic shard. Let's see here. Antimatter, polonium, plutonium. Important readme. If you're playing on a server, complete 2B over 2A, as the recipes are broken on servers. Well, we're not playing on a server, so we're going to do 7A instead of 7B. So, that's right, guys. We are entering the creative phase, which means possibly by the end of this week, maybe next week, we'll be looking for a new pack. If you have any suggestions, drop them down below in the comment section. What would be the next pack you want to see me play? But like I said, it looks like it's going to be quick, but relatively, this is not as easy. I wish these cores had an EMC. That would make this a little bit more easy and doable. So you know what? I said maybe 2 weeks. It might be longer because we're going to have to set up constant processing of all of these cores. And would you guys like to see full automation of each core? Leave a comment down below. I think we're going to try to do that method. So we have like 64 or 180 or 2,000 of these cores constantly done up. It just looks like we're going to have to go back and automate some of this. Well, we could actually make the iron core, right? So, yeah, I think we're going to start setting up a pure automation for each of the recipes here. And that will be the start of possibly next episode. I gotta see how much time is left in this episode. I just looked at my clock. It looks like we're pretty well set on the time for this episode, guys. So let's go through here real quick. We can even look at 7B, see how hard this stuff here is. Creative Chemical Tank, psi metals. We need a creative core. 16 SPS casing. You know what? It might mean if we have to go through psi to finish up this quest book, means we've got a lot more to go. We're just finishing up the chapters quests. And I don't see psi mentioned over here. So that's kind of an oddity. Anyway. Creative core. Does the creative core... Yeah, the creative core, there is no quest for on 7B. So, what we're going to have to do is automate each one of these guys up. So we're constantly making these. And I think it should not take us too long to set all of this up. I just need to figure up each one of these items. Like, I think up to this, the diamond one, we want constantly automation. This is energy cubes, so that's easy. Resource cubes for this, we're going to have to get into the botanical core. Let's make one of those real quick so we can add it to the recipe. There we go. We have that now, so that's going to save us a lot of hassle. Because those we can just pretty much... Well, I was going to say let me request one of those. That's going to take a little bit. Yeah, let me look into which method we're going to be going, and we'll figure that out next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike this episode, go right ahead, hit that dislike button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me why you disliked it. And until next time. Later, Gators.